Hi, I'm Ming from Tokyo. In this video, I'll share the top 9 new things you should know before traveling to Japan in early 2026. Before your trip to Japan, here's a quick rundown of key things to know to avoid mistakes. You don't want to miss out, so be sure to check these before you go. We also offer private tours in Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto, so feel free to contact us through the link below. Alright, then let's go. Number 1. Kyoto hotel prices drop sharply. If you're planning a trip to Kyoto in January or February, this is actually a great time to go. Hotel prices have dropped a lot recently, and some deals feel almost half the price compared to just a few months ago. So, what's going on? Reports say that with fewer Chinese tourists right now, many Kyoto hotels have been lowering their rates. Also, Kyoto is usually much quieter after the November-autumn foliage season until spring. The year-end and New Year period is the big exception, but outside of that, crowds tend to thin out, so you might be able to book a nicer hotel for the same budget. And here's one more important thing. Kyoto City's lodging tax is set to increase. Right now, it's capped at 1,000 yen per person per night, but for stays from March 1st, 2026, it could go up to 10,000 yen per person per night depending on the room rate. So, even at the same hotel, staying from March onward could mean paying more in taxes. If Kyoto is on your list, it might be worth booking sooner rather than later. Number 2. Departure tax increase. Did you know Japan has a departure tax? It's a tax you pay when you leave Japan, but you don't pay it separately at the airport. It's already included in your airline ticket or ferry ticket, so a lot of people don't even notice it. Right now, it's 1,000 yen per person each time you depart Japan. But for departures on or after July 1st, 2026, it's scheduled to increase to 3,000 yen. And this is important, it's not just for foreign tourists. It applies to everyone leaving Japan, including Japanese citizens. By the way, in a previous video I mentioned a proposal to charge 5,000 yen only for first class and business class passengers. But that idea is now being shelved, mainly because it would make airline procedures more complicated. The good news is, you won't need to do anything special at the airport or pay separately. But once the increase starts, your ticket will effectively cost more because the tax is included in the fare. So, the key point is Japan has a departure tax and it will increase for departure from July 2026. Number 3. New Shinkansen rule. There's a thing to keep in mind when using the Shinkansen, especially if you're planning to travel between Tokyo and Osaka or Osaka and Fukuoka from late December to early January. Normally, there are two types of seats on the Shinkansen, reserved seats and non-reserved seats. Non-reserved seats are free seating areas where you can sit in any available spot as they don't have assigned seat numbers. However, during crowded sections, you might not be able to find a seat. Reserved seats, on the other hand, allow you to book your seat in advance. The fare for reserved seats is usually about 500 to 1,000 yen higher than non-reserved seats, but it guarantees you a place to sit. During the peak season from December 27 to January 5th, unreserved seats are not available on the Shinkansen Nozomi. This means that if you don't reserve a ticket in advance, you might not be able to board the train. So, planning ahead is essential. If you are unable to secure a reservation for the Nozomi, you can consider alternative trains like the Hikari or Kodama. While these trains take longer to reach their destinations, the fare difference compared to the Nozomi is minimal. There is another rule when riding the Shinkansen. On trains like the Nozomi and the Hikari, if your luggage is larger than 160 cm in total when you add up the length, wind, and height, it's best to book a seat called seats with an oversized baggage area in advance. The luggage space is right behind the last row of seats and only people with a reservation can use it. If you bring a big suitcase without booking, you will have to pay an extra 1,000 yen on the spot. Up until now, some people without reservations use this space without permission, which caused problems. Since July 2025, a new oversized baggage compartment has been introduced on a trial basis. It's free to use and works on a first-come, first-served basis, so there's no guarantee you will get the spot. That's why making a reservation online ahead of time is still the safest option. For more details, watch my Shinkansen travel guide video. I explain everything step by step. Number 4. Entry Rules Update. Visit Japan Web. Have you heard of Visit Japan Web? It's an official government service that lets you pre-register your entry and re-entry procedures for Japan. At the airport, you simply show a QR code to complete the process. Of course, you can still enter Japan without using Visit Japan Web. You can fill out the yellow paper declaration form upon arrival. However, pre-registering often makes the process smoother and can reduce waiting times. There are two important things to keep in mind. First, beware of fake websites. Recently, some sites have claimed to generate QR codes for immigration or customs declarations while charging application or handling fees. The official website has issued warnings about these scams. Second, internet connectivity at the airport can be unreliable. Pulling up the QR code on your phone can be difficult, so I strongly recommend taking a screenshot of it in advance. Number 5. Busy Season Alert. End of December to early January is a time of nationwide travel in Japan, as many people return to their hometowns or go on a vacation. Foreign tourists should keep a few important things in mind during this period. First, transportation tends to be very crowded. The Shinkansen, bullet trains, local trains, buses, and airplanes are all heavily congested, and even cabs and cars are likely to get stuck in traffic jams. Accommodation prices are also higher than usual, so booking in advance is especially important. This is also the time of year when department stores and other commercial facilities sell lucky bags called fukubukuro. These are similar to large-scale annual sales and are extremely popular because they offer great deals on merchandise. As a result, stores and other surrounding areas can be very crowded. Additionally, many Japanese people visit shrines and temples during the New Year, a custom known as Hatsumode. This event draws large crowds every year, especially at famous shrines and temples, so visitors should be prepared for heavy congestion and exercise caution when you visit. New Year's in Japan is a unique cultural experience, but careful planning is key to navigating the crowds and making the most of your trip. Number 6. New Open Info. In 2026, exciting new spots will continue to open across Japan. First, Kawaii Monster Land is scheduled to open in February 2026 in Harajuku, Tokyo. This entertainment venue lets you step into the world of kawaii, meaning cute, mixed with monsters, featuring Harajuku-style rides, photogenic food and drinks, live shows, and more. Next, Poke Park Kanto is also scheduled to open in February 2026 at Yomiuri Land in Tokyo. It's easy to access from central Tokyo, so if you're a Pokemon fan, this is definitely one to watch. For the latest info on advance tickets and lottery entry, make sure to check the official announcements early. Meanwhile, in Kyoto, a new spot where you can enjoy craft beer from the morning is scheduled to open at Kyoto Station in January 2026. You'll be able to try around 10 types of craft beer with dine-in service, including Japan-inspired options like Kyoto Ale and a Hojicha Stout. And one more, Kyoto's permanent digital art museum, TeamLab BioVortex Kyoto, opened in October 2025. Tickets are typically booked online in advance, so it's a good idea to check availability and reserve early. Number 7. New Shibuya Trash Rules. In Japan today, people often talk about one common problem: there just aren't enough trash cans. One reason goes back to the 1995 Tokyo subway sarin attack. After that incident, public trash cans started to be seen as a security risk, and over time many were removed. As a result, you'll also find fewer trash cans at train stations and even around convenience stores. And from the perspective of convenience stores and restaurants, there's another issue. Many people who aren't customers bring trash from outside and throw it away there. So, honestly, many businesses don't want to place trash cans in front of their stores. But with the rise in inbound tourism, another problem has become more visible. Some people can't find a trash can and end up littering. In busy areas like Shibuya, this has become a serious concern. So, Shibuya Ward is introducing new measures to reduce littering. Under the plan, convenience stores, takeout restaurants, and vending machine operators will be required to install trash bins and manage them properly. Businesses that don't comply could face fines of up to 50,000 yen. And on top of that, people who are caught littering could face a 2,000 yen fine. In practice, ward staff are expected to patrol the area and fines may be issued when littering is confirmed. Payment methods being considered include cash and cashless options like electronic money. That said, Japan is still known as a country with very few public trash cans, so when you travel, it's a good idea to carry a small plastic bag with you just in case. Number 8. Winter travel traps. Here are 3 key things to know if you're planning a trip to Japan soon, so you don't miss out. First, New Year's closures and shortened hours. During Japan's New Year holidays, especially from January 1st to 3rd, many shops and facilities close or operate on reduced hours. Even in tourist areas, smaller shops and local eateries are more likely to be closed, so you may find the place you wanted to visit shut. If you're traveling during this period, it's strongly recommended to check opening hours in advance. Second, reservation required spots and time slots. Recently, more popular attractions, especially in Tokyo and Kyoto, require reservations. If you assume you can just drop by on the day, you might be disappointed. Many places require date and time-specific tickets or have fixed entry times. When planning your itinerary, check ahead to see whether your must-visit spots require reservations. Be extra careful on weekends and holidays since tickets can sell out quickly. Third, the sun sets early. From January to February, sunsets come early in Japan, and it gets dark quickly. That means you have less daylight for sightseeing than you might expect. If you travel in the afternoon and plan to sightsee afterward, you may arrive and find it's already dark. For outdoor sightseeing and scenic spots, try to go in the morning or early afternoon. Then, switch to evening-friendly plans like shopping, indoor attractions, or night views after sunset. Number 9. Safety tips for winter in Japan. Here are 4 simple points to keep in mind to safely enjoy winter in Japan. First, infectious diseases like flu and coronavirus. Japan's winter air is extremely dry, so it's a prime season for colds and flu outbreaks. Wash your hands frequently, and if you're worried, wear a mask or use throat lozenges to protect your throat. Masks and throat lozenges are easily available at Daiso, a 100-yen shop chain. You can find Daiso in many shopping malls and station buildings nationwide, so keep an eye out for one. Second, slips and falls due to snow and icy roads. In Hokkaido and other snowy areas, roads and stairs can get extremely slippery. Choose shoes with good traction and walk slowly and carefully, especially on stairs and station platforms. Also, driving without snow tires is very dangerous, so if you plan to rent a car, make sure to check this in advance. Third, delays and cancellations in public transportation. Japanese trains are famous for their punctuality, but in winter, snow, strong winds, and icy roads can cause flights and trains to be delayed or cancelled. On top of that, outbreaks of flu or coronavirus can lead to driver shortages, which may result in bus and train service being suspended. Especially when you're traveling from Tokyo to other areas by Shinkansen or limited express trains, try not to pack your schedule too tightly. If you allow a little extra time, you'll feel much more relaxed. Fourth, be mindful of sudden temperature changes known as heat shock. In Japan, your room can be warm, but hallways or bathrooms can suddenly feel very cold. Most standard hotels have reliable heating and air conditioning, so it's usually not a big problem. However, in older ryokan inns or home-style accommodations, there can be big temperature differences between rooms. When taking a bath, don't jump straight into very hot water. Instead, slowly ease your body into the bath. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. See you at the next video.